The AllStar app, the #1 app in the business. UFC, Bellator, One Championship, PFL, and more. Get the app right now. Link in description. I want to start off by asking you about this injury, man. I was watching another
Oh yeah.
show that you were on, and you mentioned that you had a cracked fibula your last two fights. Is that right?
Yeah, I like fractured my fibula at some point, and like I had it had happened when I was training at ATT Portland, because the way that they train is just insane. They just kill each other. They just fight, and I don't remember what happened exactly. I remember that someone told me, like, I had to fight a certain way for a teammate, and then they were calf kicking the whole time, and then I had to fight another guy, and he just didn't like me, and I was not the biggest guy, and so I think it may have gotten broken there, because it's a break. It was a fracture, and fractures break, whatever. That's what the doctors. Because I kept saying, "Oh, it just fractured." He's like, "No, no, no, it's broken. It's broken. You got to heal." Because I kept trying to get away with it. But yeah, I guess I fought for a while with it, and I don't know. And then it got re-broken in the fight. It was just a mess. Like, I had no idea, because I'm always in pain, man. I've been training for almost 10 years. you know, you never know what's wrong,
Then
man. My neck is crooked.
yeah, man. I think that's like the major one, right? Is the neck. I think everybody that trains has neck issues. It's like something that comes with fighting, right?
Yeah, I mean, we get them yanked on, we get them snapped back, we get them twisted. But no, my neck is fine. That was more of a joke. And the leg thing sucked forever. But then when I figured out there was a problem with it, I got medicals done, and what's the word I'm looking for? Rehabbed really well. Took really good care of it. Went to a really good physical therapist. Physical therapy business called Roke, by this awesome family of like physical therapists. That's the timer, and that was loud. It's right next to me. um, and yeah, I worked on that for a long time to get it back to stronger than before. It's cool when something fractures; it'll calcify the bones, like shin conditioning. So my legs are even stronger now.
That's good to hear, man. That's good to hear because I'm surprised that the commissions let you fight with a broken leg, basically.
Yeah, I didn't know. You know what I mean? I didn't know, and I'm unsure as to when. Like, I know it got broken in a fight, but like, had it been broken before, like, because you have pains and you never know. Like, they ask you all the time, and if you tell them you got like a sniffle, you're gonna lose your fight. You got to make money. You're gonna get cut. So a lot of fighters have injuries, and they just bite down on it. I'll never do that again. Like, I was hurt, but I didn't think I was injured. And then I got at some point in the fight, I don't remember what happened, but my leg was just fucked. And then I still fought the AJ fight afterwards. Was still just damage from it, but wasn't too bad. So I fought this guy Salim with it, for sure broken, and then the AJ fight. So yeah.
Did you see that Las Vegas? They said that if you don't disclose your injuries, that they will suspend you if they find out that you had an injury, and then they will fine you. And what do you think of that whole
Yeah.
situation?
I mean, I get that too. Yeah, I get that. I think it's just confusing. The landscape of fighting is really disturbing. Like, you want us to like kill each other in front of our friends and families and their friends and families, like, every weekend, but we want to get paid like $5,000. And like, some of
Mhm.
us have like degrees and shit, and we really enjoy like the art of fighting. And then you know what I mean. But we're injured, but we can't really afford to take time off of our regular jobs, or our other, whatever you're doing to make money. You can't take time off. You got to keep training. And then if you get injured when you're training, yeah, it's bullshit. You miss out on an opportunity. That's it. Your career. I've seen so many good guys. They don't get the right shot, or they get the shot too late because they had to put life. They had to do like their life priorities. And then when they took the opportunity down the road, they were not ready. Right, as ready as they were. Like, one of my buddies just fought in Bellator that I used to train with, and I thought he's really one of the best in the world. And he went up a weight class and just got destroyed, man. It was not fucking cool to watch. It was not cool to watch. But his time should have been 2 years ago, not had a kid and was dealing with all that stuff. So whatever. I'm more positive
Yeah.
guy than this. I'm the sunshine. I don't like getting into the nitty gritty, but this sport is dirty, man. I'm sick of it. I just like fighting people, and I'm getting paid pretty good for this fight, but I have my own business, and I'm pretty smart into real estate. So fuck it.
Yeah, that's good to hear, man. You're dibbling and dabbling in other stuff, you know what I mean? Because some of these guys, they need to spread out, but they don't, man. And later on, they find out it's too late, and it's just like, what do you do with your life? You see some stories, man. You've been around the game. You've probably seen them.
Well, and then like you have these guys doing like the Iridium Sports whole management thing. Like they have like 500 fucking fighters in their thing, and they're like, we're gonna do a wealth and enrichment course for everybody, and then they're all fucking doing gambling. Like they're gambling. They're teaching people how to gamble, and then one of the guys gets like in trouble for gambling, and there's a whole thing, and now he's suspended, and a whole bunch of other drama, you know, in that whole camp and that whole group, and that's all. They're all tied to Iridium. It's really insane. I'm really proud to like that I've never done that. I've never like jumped into those big old management companies. I've just kind of done my own thing and had people on the side that made calls here and there. And I just ask. I ask, what can I do? What can be done? You know, what do I need to do? I need to go fight some more people. I'll go fight some more people. Tell me what to do.
This year, man, you've had an interesting year. You know, you started off fighting at lightweight. Uh, talk about that fight against Don Shainis, man, surrounding the circumstances surrounding that.
That was so weird because I was training with those guys and I was really trying to feel out that camp, and they were all just so pushy, like move to Missouri. And I'm like, yeah, no, I just have a wife and kid and a business and house and everything that I've built for the last decade, but I'll just move to Missouri. And I just didn't like that. They were so pushy on that, this Krause camp. You know, I'm not trying to talk shit. It just is what it is. And then I trained with that guy. And another thing, like I'm not here to talk shit, but I smoked him all the time. And then I get a call on like a Sunday to put my kid to bed. I'm smoking a big old blunt, you know, because I'm smoking a blunt. I'm eating these chocolate raspberries. They're delicious. They're local, like chain of grocery stores, and they're frozen chocolate raspberries, and they're fucking so good. I can't wait to eat them after the fight. And I'm like, yeah. She's like, let's watch Harry Potter. My wife said, let's watch Harry Potter. I hate Harry Potter. That's how high I was. I was like, yeah, Harry Potter. Let's do it. And they called me and they're like, you ready for this fight? And I looked at my wife and I said, fuck, let's talk about opportunity. I had just been training my ass off all after the AJ Agazarm fight. I trained my cock off, dude, for like almost 2 years before I fought again. And then I was so burnt out from just nonstop training, traveling across the country, training with other gyms, trying to find a head coach that I could trust with my life, because that's what I'm putting on the line every time I fight. I got to be able to trust you. And I hadn't found that yet. And then it turns out it's the guy I've been training with. And I thought, oh, okay, maybe he's not even with that team. Because I remember he was on the East Coast traveling there, and I was on the West Coast traveling there. No, it's his team. It's fucking the whole Krause Glory MMA fucking hit squad, just all fucking trying to punk me the whole time. I'm never going to Kansas City or Missouri. The whole area is a fucking shithole. I'm never going back there. Excuse my language. But so I get flown out there on 4 days' notice, and I still do really well. I mean, I was gonna touch gloves. He like fake overhand rights me or something and rocks me. I'm like, oh shit, I'm in the shit now. And it was at lightweight. I was able to just step on the scale, you know, and make the weight, and then went out and got some custard because, you know, I've already eaten ice cream this week. What the fuck's it gonna do to me now? So the whole thing was just kind of half-assed. I don't like. That's never how I've run my show. My life is my show, right? And I still get this like big battle. I fucking take him down in the second, take his back in the third. I'm choking the fucking life out of him. Give me 5 more seconds. That fight's over. So weird. Such a weird situation. And then, you know, he goes, you know, I knew I could, any given day with a full camp, even not even a full camp, give me 3 weeks. I'm going to smoke that guy in the first round. And I told everybody that. And I said, he's not ready for the UFC. Nothing personal. He's just not ready for it. I am, but it doesn't matter. I'm ready for any big show. I've been in this fucking smoked in like a minute. He didn't do a damn thing. And then I go out and I fight UFC vet, and then I fight a guy, big show vet, but he's been around on the West Coast, kind of like a Tony Lopez guy. That guy's a trip. He's always been around. And I was like, so I fight a guy like him, and then I fought a UFC vet, win those fights. Here we are fighting Cody Law.
I know,
that
man.
Was a monologue. I went off.
You went off, but you explained exactly what happened this year. You know what I mean? You started off at lightweight, then you get back down to your normal weight, fight 2 guys, a UFC vet and a guy that's, you know, a gritty veteran. And now you're back with Bellator, Cody Law. I'm just surprised what took so long for you to get back into that Bellator cage, man. That's what surprised me.
I must have made somebody mad. You know what I mean? I didn't do anything. Nick was mad. I'm always very polite. Medicals are always done on time and everything. And maybe the AJ fight left a sore taste in people's mouth because he got kind of like gritty, and he was like, Judge, everybody's out to get me. Like the craziest shit. Stormed the media. I looked bad. All I did was beat his ass. I feel like I got in trouble for his antics, and now look at him. I ruin people. When I fight people, I don't care if you win or lose. I ruin your shit. Period. I love every guy I fought, almost every guy I fought. Personally, I don't give a shit for any of them personally, but they've all been ruined. Look at everybody that's fought me. I've ruined them. And that's an awesome. Then went on a losing streak. That Salim guy was knocking people out, loses to me, then gets knocked the fuck out. Right? That guy, whatever the fuck his name is, yeah, just destroyed. I am like the Black Death. Everybody, like, it's my show, dude. I'm gonna make it. Right? I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna make that fucking money. I'm gonna make an impact. I really don't much of a difference between the champions and like the 20, 10, 15 guys. All the champions do is they're always on 24/7. They're always in the perfect stance. Even when they're backing out, when they're in, they're out, they're on just 100%. It's just their night. But I've also seen chumps do that too. So there's no doubt in my mind that I have the ability to be a champion. It's just opportunity. Starts here.
Cody Law, this is an interesting matchup, man, because I feel like this is a guy that Bellator has been trying to build up for a while. You know what I mean? And he's actually coming off his first professional loss. You know, when you lost your first fight, how did it affect you?
It can ruin you, man, especially if you're on a win streak. I was 12-0. I was 8-0 as an amateur, 4-0 as a pro, and then just bad life choices. Not even like big bad life choices, just bad people in my corner, bad coaches in my corner, wrong people in my ear, wrong place and time, wrong way to train, what I thought was right because that's the way I've been raised in this MMA world, and it ruined me. And then when I lost, we didn't make any corrections. We didn't go back and talk about it. We just fucking hopped back into the gym and just beat the shit out of each other again, and then shocker, I lost again because there was a blueprint out there of how I lost. There was a game plan of how you can beat me, even though I've got this really good jits and I've got really slick striking. You know, okay, he had bad wrestling, and now people try to wrestle me and it doesn't fucking go so well. I have good wrestling. I just think it's lame. I want finishes. I think we should only be paid in finishes, man. I want finishes always. Give us another round. We don't finish each other. Give us another round. Go fucking 8 rounds. Make the round shorter. I don't know. Like, wrestling is just, I hate the lay and pray way of fighting. It's so lame, dude. Don't work in the streets. You know?
It kind of does, though. You know what I mean? In the streets, like, you can sit there and lay and pray to somebody, unless your friend comes and kicks you in the face. That's just a different story.
Until I fucking have you ever tried, like, I don't know if you grapple with too much. I didn't look into it. I should have done my research, but like, I don't know, man. You lay on me out there, that's fine. I mean, maybe smack my head into the concrete, but I'm gonna be elbowing this out of you if there's no rules, man. I mean, there's just, I don't know. There's different things. You can pick me up and walk me around and slap me on the fucking ground. Yeah, probably going to get knocked out if that's the street. But that's not generally how I get taken down. It's like some slick shit, you know, where they're fucking holding on to my ankle for 20 minutes. I don't know, whatever. I don't even want to talk about the wrestling. I'm going to have to deal with so much of it because I'm going to hit this guy on his face instantly, and he's going to shoot right off the bat. I bet him $1,000 that he is going to shoot in that first round. I'm extending that bet out to him. If he doesn't shoot in that first round, I owe him $1,000 no matter win or lose. I'm going to owe him $1,000. But I guarantee if I got to raise the stakes up to like 5, I will. But he will shoot on me in the first round. $1,000. I guarantee it.
It could mess with your head, right? You're coming off your first loss, and you don't want to lose 2 in a row. You're on the stage. You're being built up by the promotion. You have to win no matter what, right? It doesn't matter if you lay and pray, get a knockout, you get a submission.
He's gonna try.
It could play in your head, right? It can.
I've dealt with those kind of guys for a long time, and I finally figured out not just 1, not just 2, not just 3. I've got 5, 6 different A-game level techniques, sequences, right, to stop that. Well, what if he's really good at this kind of chain wrestling? He switches his double to a single and then comes up to a body lock. What if he drops really low on you? What if he's really heavy on you? I've fucking done it all. I've done it all. You know what I mean? You're not going to surprise me unless you magically, like, Yo Romero ankle pick me off the ground and flip me like a egg in a pan. Then you're going to get me pretty good because I've never, you know what I mean? Other than Yo, I've never seen that. He's very intimidated right now, and I know he is, and I've seen stuff on social media, which I don't really give a shit about that either, but he looks like a guy that does. When you have, like, something to prove, this guy feels like he's got something to prove. I ain't got shit to prove, dude. I don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? I've got really bad language. I've got a really big-ass kid. I got a really mean wife who's sick of me fighting all the time and getting angry and cutting weight. I got a big old baby. My kid is almost 3 feet tall, and he's not even a year and a half old yet. I'm beating this guy's ass because my kid is a tank, and I got to feed him. It's a hard life out here.
It is, man. I could only imagine, man. Damn,
3 feet
But
tall, and he's 15 months old. No, 16 months. No, shit. Do the math. He is 17 months old. Yes, he's 17. He's not even a year and a half yet. Almost.
where does those genetics come from?
I was supposed to be a big guy. My mom was very large and in charge, and my dad, before he died at 23 to drugs because he's an asshole. Right? I'm getting snuck by children. Sorry, that scared me. He died to drugs at 23, and he was also very tall. I was supposed to be tall, but they loaded me up on all those ADHD drugs as a kid and gave me white bread from the Wonder Bread store. It was like Hostess, cupcakes and donuts and Adderall and Ritalin my whole life. It was sugar and nothing. And so I reach arms. I have these shoulders like a heavyweight, but the body of a small man, My child will be huge. He's going to be 6'2", 6'3".
Yeah. Well, hey,
and if I want,
genetics.
he's going to be Cody Law. Guaranteed.
For real.
He holds a grudge. You take me down in my gym during my class, my kid will come up and smack you with whatever's around. He managed to pick up a medicine ball. It was like 5 pounds. I'm like, holy shit. He was like, ah! Threw it at another guy because he was on me. And I'm like, it's okay. And he was like, ah! Then I swept him, and I was like, yeah, good distraction. And then he was like, yay. It was so much fun.
This fight, man, I feel like it's an opportunity for you to get in there and put on a good performance and actually, maybe even get a shot at a top 10 guy. I think maybe that's what they're trying to do with Cody. I don't know. But what do you see in this fight? How do you see yourself performing?
We're both relatively good-looking males in a featherweight division of ugly dudes. I'm way more attractive than Cody. That's just a fact. When you got to grow facial hair like that, you're hiding a weak jaw. I've got an amazing jaw and chin. I've got a huge chin. It's a very masculine chin. That's why I don't need to grow facial hair. I'm 30 almost. I'm 28, 29 in the summer. I look like I'm 20, man. I look like a baby. Either one of us wins, they can keep pushing. I thought he was ranked number 9. It said on the website he was 9, but then they posted the picture and he didn't have a number next to his name. Maybe they took it away because they're like, fuck, if Sunshine wins, he's going to be ranked 9. That's fucked up. We don't want that. I don't know what happened there, but he is technically ranked number 9. I don't know if it's changed on the website. So when I beat him, I would like that number 9 spot. And then I'll take 8 or 7, whoever's easiest. And then after that, I'll take 6 and 5, whoever's easiest. And then 4 and 3, again, whoever's easiest. And then whatever, 2-1 champion, whatever 3 is easiest at the time, I'll take all of those right to the title. Ideally. Unless they offer Japan, and I'll go to Japan. I'll fight someone there.
Oh, for sure, man. I would like to see you in Japan. That would be a good spot for you, man. The entertainment factor.
Why am I not in Japan? I love anime.
Rise it.
I dye my hair. I dress extravagant. I don't understand it. They sent that ginger dude over there. I don't know if ginger's a derogative term. Not where I grew up. It doesn't. They sent that redheaded weirdo over there, and I mean, he's cool, good for him. He plays a good role as well, but gingers are not like you know what I mean. Like we're blondies. Send the blondies out, okay? Gingers are
send
he's
the
not
blondies
that pretty
out
either,
there.
dude. I'm very proud. I hate to say it. I've been in this game 10 years. Look at me. I'm gorgeous. I always had a nose. That's from baseball. Baseball broke my nose. I took a bad bounce. It twisted and came up. I was first pitch in time. That is why my nose is crooked.
December 9th, Bellator 289. You're back in action. Go into descriptions. Download the AllStar app. Cris, thank you so much, man, for the time. It was a great conversation. Sunshine. Let's get it in.
Oh.